Bluetooth connected.
What's up, everyone? This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't base anything I say off these videos. Just doing it for pure entertainment purposes only. Um, I don't know what's going on with my YouTube, man. I've been having some issues. Lost a couple videos. Lives have been cutting off on me, but we're back. Um, kind of want to go over the topic of AMC. Is it going to squeeze? Is it not going to squeeze? Obviously, it's the $1 million question that no one really has an answer to. No one can say for sure. So I would be very cautious when people tell you, um, especially YouTubers or anyone in a public platform. There's other people that can just be guessing and just having conversation. But I would really be weary of people that give dates and price targets because it's just a setup for failure. It's a different form of FUD that maybe they don't even realize they're doing, but it is a form of FUD, to kind of pump you up and then it's never gonna happen type thing. You know what I mean? It kind of gives you that type of negative vibe and bummer energy, like, oh, it's not going to happen, I'm going to move on. So and it's totally up to you. You can buy, sell, or hold. I'm not telling you to do none of that. The choice is yours. For me personally, I'm just buying and holding until something big happens, either a squeeze or I believe the fundamentals in this play are um, much better than the price is reflecting right now. So I do believe that a correction, a market correction, and if it were to go just how fundamentally this play should be sitting at like 15 to 20 per share, I would imagine, even up to 30, 35. That's where I believe it should be sitting at, just for what the stock is now. I would probably argue down, if there was no shorting, no naked shorts, there was nothing like that, I would probably say this thing would probably be sitting around $20. um, just straight up fundamentals. So even if you're a person that was like, man, um, you don't believe in a short squeeze or anything like that, if I were to see a stock that I thought was undervalued and it was selling for $3 a share and I thought it was going to go to 20, 10, then I would just be, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a thought. But I do think, obviously, in my opinion, that there is more to it than just fundamentals. I feel like there's a lot. We've talked about this a million times, so probably no reason to go over it again. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to load up my computer here. Let's see where we're at. I need to load my YouTube and get my register going, and then I'm going to load up some Market Watch. Um, but yeah, if you got any questions, shoot them. Got any comments, I can read them out. Something like that. While I load this up here. I got a specific playlist I have to listen to. Like, I make these playlists for the store. They've got to be like top, 50 songs and clean. And I'm so tired of hearing these songs over and over. I need a different playlist, man, for this shop. It's always like some Jack Harlow and freaking uh, Taylor Swift type music I'm always playing in here, and it's over and over and over. It's drilling into my head. I'm turning into a Swiftie, and I didn't even want to. So let's get the music playing. Anyways, I got my register up. This morning I tried to go live. I was doing some of my eBay. Like I said, that's probably another little side hustle I do. I do resell and stuff like that online, as far as like eBay and Amazon, shit like that. So, but I was going live this morning, and as I got done saying that for some reason my videos have been getting kicked out or whatever, it kicked me off. So I guess I don't know if I said a keyword or what I'm doing wrong, if it's something I'm doing or what. But I will be making a second YouTube channel, just in case. Um, See what happens. I have noticed that um, I haven't had any issues until recently. Probably the last 2, 3, 4 days, I've had about 3 videos that got kicked off. I saw one of my older videos that's been there for a while, got kicked off. So I don't know if I'm getting what it is, but it could be something I'm doing. So I'm not saying it's conspiracy shit or anything like that. I don't know. Let's get into the ticker. I will say this. So the I titled this "Will AMC Run?" Um, there is some things that could definitely trigger a gamma squeeze. At any point in time, there could be a short squeeze, in my opinion. Obviously, not financial advice, but I do feel like at any moment, anything like that's possible. That's why I stay in the play, obviously. But if you're looking at it from, I guess, this perspective, my perspective, I don't think we're there yet. I think it's going to be a little more trying to shake people off, jumping up and down. Like I said yesterday, I can see this thing running up to 6 and then dropping and trying to barcode around that $4 range again just to bore people out of it or get people that bought in low to sell that make some profit. And if you do that, there's nothing against you. You can make your own decisions. So okay, so sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. I don't know how to run I can't talk and run a computer at the same time. For some reason what's wrong with me? And my internet here, I told y'all yesterday, man, I got my internet upgraded at my shop and it has gotten like horrible. It was already bad. So that's why I got it upgraded. They're like, get fiber. It's going to go a lot faster. So I got fiber. They're like, it's going to lower your bill. I was manipulated everywhere I go, man. So I still got to get them out here. All right, let's look into AMC trading at, let's look like $2.90 right now. I haven't really looked at the chart too much. I bought in this morning again, obviously. I posted what I'm at. Trading at $2.91. It does have potential to hit that 3, it looks like. What's up, man? Edward asks, what's up, brother? Did you have a good birthday? I did, man. It was a good birthday. It was a humbling birthday. We went to a funeral, actually, that morning. My wife had cooked some beans and stuff to take over. They did more of a celebration of life for a cousin of mine. She had passed away a few weeks before that, and it took a while to get everything going, but they got it. And it was actually, on my birthday, it was a good thing because I don't want to say it was a good thing, but it was humbling for me to like, man, we're here, we've made it this far, life is crazy. The cousin of ours was only 10 years older than me, so cancer, and it was like one of those irreversible type things. So every once in a while you get a reminder to enjoy every day. You know what I mean? Every moment you got, every breath you got. Someone asked the other day if someone offered me $10 million, would I take it? And I said, yeah, of course. And they said, well, what would you tell me? I'd say thank you. They said, okay, the only catch is if I give you that $10 million, you can't wake up tomorrow. That kind of hit me, man, because I thought, damn, but then I'm not taking the 10 million. I'd rather have my life. So kind of put things in perspective a little bit. But for now, we got breath and we want money. So we're looking at this, man, and I appreciate the condolences. Yes. So we're looking at $2.91. I do think this thing could break 3 today, possibly by Friday. But I do think, what's going to happen, in my personal opinion, not financial advice, I think a lot of people are shooting for calls, $3 calls. And I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold because I could totally be wrong. Just a quick thought I had. I know I've seen people say they're going for the $3 calls on Friday. Is it possible they let this thing run up? And maybe you have a $3 and it says $3.05 and they would have turned like 304, 303, and then the dilution sets in and boom, it goes back down to 280, and then there's gonna be like, see, he did it to you, Adam Aaron screwed you. It's a possibility. We still have a little bit of dilution left, and I think they're waiting to hit that $3 target before they do the rest of it. I could be wrong, don't take my word for it, but it's just a thought. So I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold. Make your own decisions on that, because I could be, that's just a quick little thought I had. Also, the possibility of this thing running up to 350 is possible just by looking at the chart here. I don't think we'll see that high. I think yesterday I said we'd end at 265 or 270. We wound up ending up at like 272, 273. Today, there's a possibility we end at, I'm going to go say we're probably more around that 280 mark. I think at some point today we run up and we're going to bonk our heads on a resistance somewhere and bounce us down. That's just with the chart. But also, I believe there's going to be some shorts piling in, just because there's too much FOMO, there's too much activity, there's too many people talking about it. They want to kill that, you know what I mean? In my opinion. So, but yeah, we're sitting at 289, kind of bouncing around. It looks like, what was our high of the day? I'm showing, of course, my internet starts dying on me again. Stupid, man. All right, let me go into my advanced charting here. MACD is showing a little under. Let's go into the 1 day. I'm in a 1 year chart. Okay, let's go into the daily. Going to the daily chart, I'm looking at. Sorry, I can't do two things at once. Like I said, I'm looking at the chart here. Yeah, I think today it's very possible we end back around 279, 282 in that range, but I also can see like a 285. I don't know 100% sure. I'd love to see it at the end of the day, a nice little jump, which is possible. I think we're going to stick around this range. It's very possible to break 3, but I think we're going to bounce back down off of it. Jesus loves you. Be humble. Thank you. Yeah, good comment. Eagles gear. The Eagles. I do got some Eagles gear. We do. One of these times I try not to like promote my store and pump so people don't think I'm out here for money, but at the same time I do have a store. I'll put the website together. The website's up. It's hatandsoul.com. I don't have the inventory on that's a little iffy. But if you have requests of anything like Eagles, Phillies, stuff like that, I can also post it on the website. You can check it out. I'll probably do that later on today. I'll grab a couple teams I'll put on there and then go from there. So I also have more stuff on order. We also special order stuff all the time. So that's kind of one of the things that keeps me floating here. I've noticed throughout the days, I get probably 5-6 special orders a day in here because you'll get someone with a random team be like, you don't have no, for my area, there's not a lot of East Coast teams. So I get a lot of requests, special orders for that. But just the other day, someone was in here and they ordered a freaking Milwaukee Bucks, like everything, you know what I mean? And I literally have no Bucks in here. I think maybe like 1 or 2 hats he bought. So that, yeah, I can do that. Special order, put them on the website, stuff like that. I try not to, like I said, pump my website, try to pump my business. I don't ask for super chats. They are available. But I don't ask for none of that shit just because I don't want to get people thinking that's why I'm here. I'm here just to kill some time, bullshit with y'all. And I'm just genuinely intrigued by this type of shit. So, and my wife's tired of hearing about it. Every time I talk about this shit, my wife's like, stop. Yep. Wasted Memory says it's just another day in AMC. Breathe, my friend. I think we still have a downside to go, and I think the climb up will be just as slow as the drop down. Yeah, and I agree. I don't think I've said this for the past, I don't know how long, but I've been saying for a while that I thought it was 1.5 to 2 years out. I think we're closer now, as long as I've been saying it, to a 1.5 out, maybe a little less. But there is always that possibility. The FOMO's buying in. There's people hyping it up. You kind of look at charts that are similar to we had that last run up. There is a possibility at all times that this could run. But I do think that they have ammunition to drill this thing back down. Just looking at the chart, though, I don't think we're going to – if we do break 3, I don't think we'll stay over there too long. But then again, just depending on that volume, too. The volume is higher than normal. And, you can look at the MACD and RSI and all that stuff, but that's just a little behind, You want to be able to just kind of – a lot of this is for feel, you know what I mean? Like you feel what's going on. You can – it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but you read the chart – and you get a feeling for the stock, the actual stock, because you can have the same type of pattern in a different stock and it'll break up, and then in AMC it'll break down. It's really almost unchartable. You can kind of have an idea, like somewhat, but there's a lot of the cup and handling, or the Head and Shoulders got like. I don't know, they got 2 heads. You know what I'm saying? Everything's just wrong. Moxie says me too. As soon as I start talking about AMC, I think she blocked me out. Yeah, bro. If you got a girl or a wife at home, man, they that's the only advice I could probably say. Don't talk to your spouse about it unless they're into it too, because especially in the very beginning of this play, like when we all first jumped in, we had that first run to like 70. I'm like, man, we're going to be rich, baby. Where you want to go? What do you want to drive? And then when it didn't happen, oh, shit. Let's just stick with our 2012 Acadia for a while. You know what I'm saying? She still holds shares from like 3 years ago. So my wife, she does not understand the stock market, doesn't care to understand it. I forced some shares on her from my Cash App from way back in the day. I think I sent them to her and she accepted them reluctantly. The only problem with that is she gets to see the volume or like when the price is up or down, and she's like, "How much did you put in there again?" Like, listen, we don't want to talk about me. Let's talk about your day, honey. So, yeah, and even my kids, like I got a teenage son, I got a 20-year-old son. They're like, "Okay, Dad, whatever," you know. But then I've got like the funny part is I've got like a 7 or 8-year-old boy that's just like, "How's AMC today? Is AMC gonna make it?" He's into it, man. So I think he's the future, man. It'll squeeze by the time he's 28. Not financial advice. Yeah, I wonder how many people are like her and just hold. So that's kind of a funny thing you say that, because I know from before that run up and slightly after that run up, I know like my mother, or not my mother-in-law, my sister's mother-in-law. I know that her son, my brother-in-law's brother, was it confused yet? Had bought her like a dozen shares and they just sit on them. My brother-in-law, who doesn't really care about AMC, he's got about, I think he said like 20 shares, and they've had those just there. They don't even know what to do with them at this point. They're just sitting there holding on to them, you know. I know plenty of people like that just have them holding. So you consider all those people like that, and then all the people like me that just buy and buy and buy and never sell. My gosh, man, I can't imagine how many there really is. Yeah, my girl. So the only reason I even sent them on Cash App because I didn't know how to send them any other way. And I have like 1,000 brokers. It seems like, you know, that was the easiest way because I've sent her money to get her nails done or whatever on Cash App, and I was like, oh, hey, by the way, here's a little AMC. You're welcome. I just made you a millionaire, you know. And I think that was when the average was around like $6, and now we're down here. So yeah, I need to fix my Wi-Fi for sure. It's just all bad. I'm saying, if this thing squeezes, there will be signs. My signal will be great. Everything's going to be clear. Is it bad? Is everything bad? I do use Schwab. I don't like to use Schwab, if that, you know. I have issues with Schwab often. And then now my phone, I've got a Galaxy Note 20. They're telling me that, you know, it's not compatible with my phone, so I have to go to the website, you know, which is possible still, but it's kind of like, man, there's always something. Got to wait for the cash to settle like 5 days before I can buy shares of AMC or GME, but I can buy shares of other things within like seconds, and it's a cash account, not margin. All right, so yeah, it looks like it's going to just kind of bounce around this 280, 290 mark. Just trying to look a little closer into this chart, man. So with my ape, when it converted, yes, they I'm trying to remember exactly. To be honest, I can't really say for sure because yeah, I don't think they transferred. They just gave me cash. They just valued it out as cash. I did not get my ape. I'm trying to think, man. I have to go look at it. I have to log in and look at it. But I don't think they gave me the actual shares. I think they gave me the cash value instead of converting them over. But I'm not I'm speaking out of, I'm not 100% sure. I feel like I'm trying to remember off the top of my head because like I said, I got so many brokers. Everyone else transferred it over. I want to say Schwab, and I don't know if it was Cash App that converted it over, and then the like if I had partial shares, I didn't have no. So on Ape, I had some. Damn, I don't know. I'm just talking without knowing. I have to go look. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they gave me cash value on Cash App and Webull. They did. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Fidelity said that I could not buy a stock under $3 with funds that have not settled, but I got around that by placing limit order at 3. Exactly. I was doing the same thing. But did you notice? I don't know if you noticed when it hit 250 or 251, by saying the limit order at 3. it was too far away from the target price, I believe it said, and it wouldn't let you buy. You have to call to buy, and it's like, do you really want to call? I'm buying like 2-3 shares at a time. You know what I mean? I think they do that because they don't want people to call, or I don't know what the reasoning is behind it. It's probably set for like protection. But I had that issue with Fidelity, so when it was down to that 250, 240, 238, I think it even got to, I couldn't buy at all. So I put them into my other brokers. That's why even back in the day, people thought it was crazy to have so many brokers, but at the same time, man, you just never know. You want to make sure you have able to sell or buy when you want to, and if one goes down, you can move to the other. I really wish I can consolidate down to one broker. The sad thing is my favorite easiest, I don't know, easiest to use, the easiest interface is definitely Robinhood. But we all know the history with Robinhood, so it's like, okay, I don't know about y'all, but like 2021, everyone kind of hurt, like it was like a herd of us moved from Robinhood to Webull, and then we found out Webull wasn't going to the exchange, so everyone went to Webull to Fidelity, and then from Fidelity, then it was like, okay, what do you got? Moo, Public, Schwab. Everyone just kind of started bouncing around all over the place. But those are the first three. It was like Robinhood for the core, and then everyone was like, okay, let's move to Webull, and then Fidelity. So those three, I'm sure, are just loaded with shares, man. That it's just, I'm gonna be pissed if I build up 1,000 shares again, AA reverse splits. So I don't see that happening. I just don't see that happening. That would be a different topic. I would definitely be on a different wavelength if that were to be a conversation. But just as a speaking point, if they ever decided to reverse split again, which I don't think would happen, you would have a warning. They would give you, time to say, oh shit, and then you'd say, all right, I'm selling, or I'm going to hold through it again, whatever the case is. But I don't see it on the table right now. There's no reason for it. I think that it could be a scare tactic too. A lot of FUD was that we were going to go bankrupt. Now that they said they can't go bankrupt for a year, they're saying, oh, it's going to delisted, or there's a reverse split. So there's going to be a lot of things said that I just don't think are necessarily true. They're just kind of to scare you out of your position. But what do I know? I could be wrong. I could be way wrong. It's happened before. According to my wife, I'm always wrong. So. I don't know. Any other tickers we should check here? AMC obviously is AMC. I'm gonna check GME. I'm very, very much lighter in GME than I was. I'm not using the same system I use in AMC with GME. I have sold GME. It's a different play for me. I don't have as much DD as I do on AMC, but I do know that. With GME, I've sold and bought back in. I waited 30 days to lower my average, because my average was around like $26, and I sold most of my shares. Actually, I sold all my shares at one point, and I jumped back in around 12. So I took an L a little bit on some of those. But now I'm back down at 1047. I still hold. I think with GME, I don't have many shares. I probably have like 40 shares, anywhere between 20 to 40 shares. I think the Heat can beat the Sixers tonight. That's funny. I'm wearing a Heat hat. I'm not even. I am not even like basketball. I don't really have a team. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. I don't even want to admit this, man. Since I live by Utah, I root for the Jazz, but they've been pissing me off lately. Ever since they traded Donovan Mitchell, this shit just went bad. Now they got Danny Ainge as their what the hell's it called, man? CEO, not CEO. You know what I'm saying? But he's disassembled that team, man, and I get what he's doing. He's trying to rebuild it, but it's like anytime you get a good player, it's like, oh, they're doing too good, get rid of them. And I get that technique. He did it with the Celtics, and then they fired him, and then the Celtics won. So hopefully it works out. But I like Donovan Mitchell. I was a Mitchell fan. Rudy Gobert, and being a Jazz fan is rough, man. It's the closest team to where I live. So I decided back in the day I was like an Iverson fan, so I kind of followed him around. And then I was like, you know what? I live by Utah. I might as well just root for the Jazz. So I can take my kids to games and shit. And then because it's we're right around the corner. But I fear I may have made a mistake. My wife's a Spurs fan. She just stays talking shit, but they worse than us. Oh, I don't fuck with Malone no more. The mailman, Stockton with the short shorts. Why is AMC up 5% today? Volume, FOMO, because they want it to be. It's hard to say 100% certainty, but I do think it's a little FOMO, a little volume. There's too much pressure. They got to release some of it. But here's the thing, I do believe we're up 1% today, but they still have got to finish this round of dilution. They wanted to raise 250 million, and I'm not 100% certain on this, but I believe they're around 75% done with this round of dilution. So I would say once this thing hits about 310, 318, 320 in that range, we're gonna hit some resistance from dilution, from sellers, from short sellers, from whatever the case is. It's gonna bounce back down, probably back down around this 280 mark, maybe even 250, but I don't think it'll go that low again. I'd see a lot of people talking about $1.50. I don't see it happening, but if it does happen at $1.50, oh my god, I would. Selfishly, I would love that because I'd become a whale. No, I've been eating like a whale. Who we got tonight? Who's playing tonight, man? We got the Heat. Should I be wearing a Heat hat when does Adam Aaron still own the Sixers? Did he sell that off, or does he still own them? I don't know. So we got the Heat versus Sixers. That's gonna be an interesting one. I think the Heat cannot, even though I'm wearing a Heat hat, I don't think they're gonna pull it off, man. I think the Sixers got game one. It's in Philadelphia. I don't think so. Kings and Pelicans. That'll be a closer game. I think the Kings can do that one. I think they can pull it off. What else? We got the Hawks and Bulls today. That'll be a tight game. I don't really know. Coming up on Saturday, we got Magic and the Cavs, Lakers and Nuggets, Suns and Timberwolves, Pacers, Bucks, Magic. Yeah, I don't know, man. Nuggets are looking pretty good, but I feel like it's going to be one of those things where they're going to crumble at the end. You know what I mean? It's maybe okay. I'm way out of the loop. I can't believe AMC market cap is 800 million. Yeah, if you haven't been in the loop, you got a lot of research and DD to do. I'm probably not the one to give you all that information, but news update. We did a reverse split. It's just crazy, man. You might want to check your share count if you haven't checked since reverse split. Don't freak out. I've been ready for football, man. Football is where it's, you know what I mean? I'm a football guy, so. But actually, no, I don't know if I am ready for football because my team has been trash for the last decade. Well, not decade, but almost a decade. All right, let's go back into the market. I was over here looking at NBA games. So back to 291 at AMC. Like I said, man, we could hit that $3.15 mark, but I think you're going to get a bounce back down. It would be dope if we could hit a gamma ramp because there is so many gap fills. I don't like this chart on here. I usually look at, like, for charting, I like to look at my Webull, but I don't have it logged into this computer. Maybe I'll see if I could log into it. But there's some gap fills on Webull all the way up, man. You got there's like one at 10, there's one at 19, there's one at 30, there's one at 39. They're all the way up and down on that one. So tons of gap fills that not financial advice, but that's going to be hard, I think, for a lot of people when batteries get low. That's going to be hard for a lot of people. But if those gap fills come, my bad, I kind of got messed up here. But if those gap fills come, I think that's going to be a little rocky too. I think most of us are going to be able to hold through it just because I've already seen my account at numbers that are like, holy shit. And I know the potential. I know how close it is. I know how far we've come. But I think there's going to be a lot of if it is the dark pool, like I believe how they work things, then I would have to say there's going to be a lot of they're going to release out of the dark pool a lot of sells and suppress a lot of buys again. So, like I said, I don't think this thing's going to happen fast. If there is a squeeze, I'm not saying there's going to be, but if there is a squeeze, I would think we're a year out, maybe a year and a half. But like I say, even without a squeeze, fundamentally, I look at Q4 of this year is going to be insane. The ending of this year is going to be crazy, man. And then also Q1 of 2025. And then you got like that whole 2025, man. 2025 is full of movies exclusive to theaters. AMC's got all those other things going we always talk about with popcorn candy. By then, they'll probably have their own alcohol line out, which will probably be pounding. They're going to make a killing off the alcohol with us being stressed out. It's been 4 years. You know what I mean? All right, so let me get back in. I'm trying to log into this Weeble here. And verification. I'll just go back into Market Watch. AMC. What's the SPY doing? I haven't looked at the SPY. So it always, the SPY and AMC used to always run in opposite. When the SPY went down, AMC went up. And then it started kind of running together. But it looks like we're kind of back to that. Back to that running in reverse. Look at it, SPY's down. Oh, man. Anyways, same shit, different toilet, as they say. So, at this point, for me, this is just an accumulating stage. It's been an accumulating stage. For me, anything, taking the squeeze and any of that synthetics and any of that type of shit that I believe in out of the equation, if I take all that out, I'm still AMC is still a buy for up to $15 to $20 a share for me, because in long term, you look at, like, even if you do not believe in a squeeze and you have all these shares and you're stuck and you don't know what to do with them and somehow they wiggle all the way out and they never get the squeeze, looking fundamentally, you got a couple more years of this thing. This thing will be sitting at $35-$40 a share. Have a nice little exit there, in my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. This is my thoughts where it could potentially be, and if you look at it even longer than that, you're looking at 40, 45, you're adding a few bucks each year, you know what I mean? Obviously you're going to have its ups and downs. That's how the market works. Sometimes it pops up, sometimes it goes down, but all right, my bad, I'm back. Had to check on little man, mother-in-law. They got like a grandparents type luncheon and shit at school, so she was calling to make sure everything was good. Anyway, yeah, so where were we at here? The main thing is the if you've been in here long enough, you just always know there's FUD, and it always changes because what they say is going to happen doesn't happen, so then they got to convert it to something else. Oh, well, now it's not going to be, now that Adam Aaron came out and said they got money for the year, there's not going to be, because what I kept getting a lot of messages saying, or not messages, comments on my YouTube that we're going to go bankrupt. Okay, now that we're not going to go bankrupt, now they're saying we're going to get delisted, and it's just a mess. You know what I mean? Jack says, I've been out of AMC since 2021 trades era. Oh, sweet. Did you make some money? Because I think it's about to repeat. Not financial advice, but if history repeats itself like it tends to. I never really watched trades. I kind of watched some of his videos. I mean, I shouldn't say I didn't watch him. I watched him, but I always kind of got a weird vibe off the dude. So, and I'm big on instinct and gut feelings, and a lot of the big YouTubers back when it first started kind of gave me that weird gut feeling. You know what I mean? I don't know what it was, but now they all gone. Strange. And I don't know, it could be totally, something that is just, because there is a lot of toxicity in this if you can't let it slide off your shoulder, because people be talking shit, man. you get a lot of people talking shit. I just let it slide off my shoulder and realize that people are just angry or they're paid to do it. So, um, but yeah, I know that those dudes had huge followings. So I have very small page. So I can't imagine the type of shit they heard. But my favorite, when people cross the line, I just hit block. Thoughts on Ant's trades? I don't even know. Is that dude still around? I know he was, I watched some of his videos and I didn't have too many, I guess not really bad thoughts about him, but I think he was just charting it, and it's hard to chart something that's almost unchartable because you can read the charts and it says it's going to do something, but AMC is just a different beast, man. It goes a different way than it should. So I don't have anything bad to say about him, but I haven't watched any of his videos for a long time. I think maybe last year when he was talking about that we're going to squeeze 100% for sure, he got me kind of hyped, and that's kind of when I was like, you know what, I don't like to watch YouTubers that get me hyped, and then I was like, he's right, it is, and maybe he was onto something, but maybe they watched him and said, nah, we just switching that up, or maybe they knew it was coming to, and they said, hey, man, I ain't gonna just let it go that easy, you know what I mean? He went to paid, oh, well then, he's trying to get paid, which ain't nothing wrong with that. Maybe other thing is some people might consider if people are willing to pay, then they're not going to come shill. They're not going to pay to talk shit. So maybe that's his thoughts on it. Or maybe he's just trying to get some cash. Who knows? Like with me, I have not ever asked for $1 on here. I've never asked for a super chat. I did put it up there available. I think I've made like $2.80 from the start of this page till now. So, wife is funny because usually when I want to talk, she's like, hey, gotta go. But today she's like telling me about what her nails she's gonna get done, and I'm like, okay. And I don't want to tell her I gotta get back to live talk about AMC, because then she's like, AMC and live is more important than me and my nails. Like, no, I gotta make this money to afford those damn nails. Just joking. My wife's actually very independent. She don't ask me for shit. Anyways, I was looking back on the chart. It looks like we did hit $3.02 at some point today, so it looks kind of like that was the resistance area. It's that $3 range, like I said. So if you can break that 303, I think you're gonna zoom back up to like 318. But I do think that's where the bonk, where we're gonna bonk our heads, gonna be at. But like I said, you break that, I think you got some good little space. But like I said, also I keep reiterating this round of dilution isn't finished. They're going to want to do it around $3 to $3.20 in that range, because they need to reach that 250 million goal. The market dropped down. The market maker dropped the price down to a certain price, and people FOMOing in and buying in and just averaging down like me. And then that pressure comes in. They got to release some of that pressure. It goes back up there. And then AMC finishes the dilution. Then people come in and say, see, we were running. They diluted. Adam Aaron has endless shares to drop on us. It's how the game goes. So mentally, you just got to be like, okay, you got to have some sort of idea what's going on. Oh, snap. Pearson, my first super chat. Did I celebrate like this? Thanks for keeping us entertained while we wait. I'll go buy 3 more shares of AMC. That's 100% where that money's going. I appreciate it, man. Much love. Thank you. But yeah, that's just kind of what I'm looking at. It's going to be what it's going to be, how it's going to be. That turned red like my hat because I was excited. Man, I'd be a cheap date if I get excited. So anyway, but back to it. We're at $2.91. Any other charts we want to look at? Obviously, I don't want to. So the one thing a lot of people do, and during this time, is they start throwing in other plays, like, oh, did you check this one out? Did you see this one? I think this one's going to squeeze. And I get a lot of personal messages. So if you have messaged me in one of my personal accounts, and I haven't answered, and you're actually a real person, I apologize. But I do get a lot of people that message me, hey, check out this one, or maybe talk about this one on your YouTube, and I'm like, nah. because I in the beginning I would look at the some of the ones that would show me, and I would go look at the chart, and I'm like, this is not good. um, One of them that got pushed on me heavy was one called GMBL, and without any really research, I FOMO'd into it, and I think I put maybe $100 in it, and that 100 went down with a quickness. Lost all that. So, there is going to be a lot of like, oh, well, this is running, this is running. There is always going to be other plays running as well. This is how it is. You know what I mean? So, there's always going to be plays running. Someone was asking me about GME earlier, if I thought it could get up to all-time highs again, and I just don't. I like GME and I like the people in GME. I'm not one of those people that wants to separate GME and separate AMC. Like, I don't want to divide the people. Like, no, we're over here, you're over there. We're not gangs. You know what I mean? We don't have to stay on one side of the street if we see you coming. I feel like we could be. I'm in both. If that was the case, then I'd be a turncoat because I'd be in both gangs. But Moxie 05, am I still in crypto? Yeah, of course I'm in crypto. So crypto is one of those ones that I dip in and out. But with crypto, what I've learned from my personal experience, not financial advice, I like to buy in some of the coins that have hype, like meme coins and stuff like that, and I like to get in and get out. But I did have like Shiba. I bought that like 2.5 years ago, around, I don't know when it was for sure, but I bought it and my average was like at 1.1 something. And I was buying in and out, and then at some point or another, I bought in, and it averaged at like like I said, 1.15, et cetera, et cetera, and it kind of tanked. So I just kept adding and adding and adding. I don't know, and it was up, and it was just kind of leveling around that area. So that one, and I wound up getting quite a bit of coins, and then this last run up it had, I saw the same exact narratives going around. Like, people were holding to the moon, and Shiba's going to go to the moon, and the just as many coins as there is, and then they would have to burn and burn and burn. So what I did with the Shiba is I still have some, but I sold, and I really got kind of lucky, I think, on that one, because I sold at the top most of it. Probably when AMC said they would accept it for payment as ticket, and that's true. It was probably right around that area, but yeah, I still have some, but I only probably have about maybe 5-6 million coins, and I got rid of most of them. And there's a couple like that. I have one that I'm stuck in right now, pretty heavy. It's called Dogal on Mars. I did the same thing with that one. I FOMO'd in. Well, I didn't necessarily FOMO in. I found it on my own, and I thought, oh, this one's gonna be big. Well, it went up, and I was up maybe $100, but I was shooting for way more than I should have been. I should have just not been greedy, pulled out my 100, because it's just not a good coin. So that's like one of the ones I'm trapped in. For the most part, though, you'll see, especially if you're on boards like on Facebook, you're gonna see every other comments like Jasmine to the moon, freaking Doge to the moon. Doge is more solid of any of them, but you got like, there's gonna be a lot of coins. I just got into one called MFer, and that one's, I'm up like $30-$40. I'm like, I should probably pull out, because, well, you know what I mean? But I'm got a $50 goal on that one. But a lot of those coins, if I could do that, make 20, 30, 40, $50 and just get out. And then you got to remember capital gains taxes and that. So, All right, Carl, what's up, man? Just joined live. What are your thoughts on AMC? Oh man, I got a lot of them. But I do think that I've talked about it a little bit today through this live. I'll go over it again. I do think that there's some resistance around $3.03. We are still in the middle of this dilution for AMC to raise the 250 million. I'm not 100% certain on my numbers, but I think they're about 75% done with the dilution. So I do think that it's possible, if it gets to $3 or up, it could dilute, because they got to sell at a certain number because they want to reach that goal. And I think once it reaches that number, it's going to bounce back down to this 280, 270, maybe 250. I don't think it'll go that low. And then you're going to hear the FUD about AMC diluting, and they have endless shares, and we're screwed. That's my thoughts, kind of in a nutshell. But there's plenty of there's opportunity for a gamma squeeze at any moment. There's opportunity for a squeeze. In my personal opinion, not financial advice. I'm not trying to make people FOMO in or anything like that. You make your own financial decisions for sure. Don't listen to me. But we are sitting nice at 293. A lot of people were targeting when it was around 270 there, and I was saying I was buying. A lot of people are saying, and a lot of people that I want to say, I don't want to say names, but certain people that do have YouTube channels or heavy presence on Facebook group pages were saying, I'm waiting until it gets to $2 or $1.99, then I'm gonna freaking pile in. And I wouldn't buy any now because it's gonna go lower. They kept saying that, and I'm like, man, I've been buying. I buy every day of my life. Sometimes I buy half a share a day. Sometimes I buy 10 shares a day. But I would say probably out of this since the reverse split, there's probably just been a couple days out of any day that I could buy that I was unable to buy, and I didn't. Because also, I always point out, never buy more than you're willing to lose. You know what I mean? Never put in more than you're willing to lose. So for me, that's where I'm at. I'm willing to lose where I'm at. So if I lose it all and it just were to kaput and everything goes zero and explodes today and everything's gone, then I'd be like, damn, that sucks. Obviously, I'm not happy that I lost it, but I'm willing to put that in. I just ran out of Monster. No. Now the juice is gone. No one panic. I'm not going to do what everyone thinks I'm going to do and totally freak out. All cracked out now. Empty to the moon. I do think there's a very high limit and then there's a very low limit. There's like two extremes. There's people that are like, it's going to 100K. And then there's some people that's like, it's going to be delisted. I'm somewhere in between all that. I think the big 100K, I just don't see it happening. It would be, trust me, it would be awesome. We'd be ignorantly rich. But I think, I don't think the government, anyone, in my personal opinion, would let that happen. Of course, I can't speak for them. But I do think that into the upper hundreds and thousands is possible. I mean, you look at like other things that have squeezed. I was in the HKD squeeze. That thing hit up to like, what, 2,000, 3,000, 1,500. And it had not nearly as many people in it as this. Vic Songwriter says block test. Adam Aaron he's happy? You never know, man. It's 2024. I'm not here to judge y'all, man. Nah, man. Monster still didn't sponsor me. Come on, man. Look at all these damn monsters I'm going through. I'm mad. My Mexican accent almost came out. I almost said the T instead of mad. I'm mad, man. I don't even know Spanish. How am I going to have an accent? Shit. Dennis or I'd do him. Man, this conversation going left real quick. It's been like 2 years I've been trying to get a sponsor from Monster. They don't want it. They don't want it with me. Maybe I'm too much of a beast for them. Yeah, movie lineup is stacked up for the rest of the year and onwards. I always keep saying Q4, but I mean, you got a lot even in Q2, Q3. This one here, like the Civil War, is doing much better than expected. You've got Planet of the Kingdom of Apes coming. That's going to be... I don't want to get myself too overhyped. That's why I keep saying Q1, Q2, bleak. Q3, we'll start to see a little bit of the sprinkles. that's a block test. But yeah, Beetlejuice, that's for sure. Bad Boys, man. Let's get into this shit, man. Movies exclusive to theaters 2024. All right. I think Joker 2 is this year. Oh man, one big one we're forgetting about, really big, is gonna be Deadpool and Wolverine. That one's gonna be big. Marvel movies, especially those two, they got a huge following. Wolverine and Deadpool combination, that's gonna be that one's gonna break some numbers. I can guarantee that one. Well, I can't guarantee anything because I'm on live. People are gonna be like, "Well, you guaranteed it. Now I'm gonna sue you." But yeah, that's gonna be a dope movie. Even if for me personally, Dune 2 probably did real good. Let's see. I'm googling the wrong stuff here. Yeah, you got Bad Boys. Dun, 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 dun. Where are we at? We're in April right now. So released April 16th. Star City Murder, Sweet Dreams, Brinko, Class of Rome, Hopeful Under the Bridges. Coming April 19th. You got Abigail, um, Villains Inc. Yeah, this quarter's got a couple that could do some things. I'm hoping there's a wild card in there. There's something that just like pops up that people are like, oh damn, I didn't expect that. Just kind of like that. What was that movie about the trafficking, man? That Angel Films put out. I can't remember the name of it now, but it came out of nowhere, and it was a big hit. So something, obviously, there's things that can come out that just shock people too. If which is animated series, any animated cartoons usually do decent because you got people like me that got like 1,000 kids, and if there's a my kids always want to go to the damn movie. So anytime there's a cartoon, we're going. It doesn't matter what the cartoon is. I've seen every cartoon that's been released since like 2020, man. Every single one of them, good or bad. The bad thing is you have enough kids like me, you start enjoying the cartoons. You're like, oh look, Kung Fu Panda 4. I was more excited about that than my kids. They're like, another Kung Fu Panda. I'm like, come on, we're going, kids. Hop on in. In and Out 2, kids movie, but it hit a billion first round. Yeah. Yeah, what's that one called? Is it called In and Out? I'm thinking of a different In and Out movie. uh, In and Out. Yeah, Joker. The Joker comes out. Um, Ezra, Janet Planet. I don't know what that is. Despicable Me 4. That'll be another big one. Oh, geez. So you got Despicable Me, you got Ryan's World. Those are two big kids' movies right there. Ryan's World, I don't think people realize how big Ryan, if you have kids and they watch YouTube and that, Ryan is a big one. So Ryan's World's coming out, Despicable Me 4. Anytime we go to Disneyland or California, my 5-year-old's like, can we find Ryan's house? That would be called stalking. There's Alien coming out, Abigail. That one will be coming out, I think, right now or tomorrow. We got The Long Game, Harold, Furiosa, Shrek 2. Wait, what? Isn't there already a Shrek? Anyways, there's another Shrek coming out. The Crow. That'll be another big one. The Crow had a very big underground following from my generation. So a lot of those people are grown now. They're going to want to go see that, I'm sure. New Karate Kid. First Omen, the scary movies. Oh, Inside Out. Yeah, Inside Out too. So I was thinking In and Out. I'm like, In and Out. All I can think is burgers and adult movies. But yeah, Inside Out too. Yes, yes. There it is. Uh, yeah, I think that one will do good. We got another Garfield, The Cat's Life. Those are more kids movies. A lot of kids movies, and that's a good thing because we weren't seeing a lot of them. There was kids movies coming out, but you weren't seeing a lot of blockbuster big releases. You got Ghostbusters, Borderlands, two big ones again. Dude, this whole series, I mean, there's a lot of them. A bunch of horror movies, Wildfire, which is like I don't know what that is. I see cowboy hats and a horse. So hey, piece by piece. There's a Lego movie, Scrambled, Villains, Devara Part One. Which if they already have a Part One, they've got the idea that they're going to be able to make a Part Two. Snack Shack, Knox Goes Away, Godzilla versus Kong, Deadpool and Wolverine. We talked about Twisters. Oh man, we're gonna do another Twisters. Possum Trot. Here's How It All Began. Imaginary. I'm just going through what I'm reading, by the way. Sleeping Dogs, Drive Away Dolls, Beetlejuice, big one. We Grown Now. Looks like a comedy. Tarot. Monkey Man, which is out now, which I haven't seen. I need to go see. ISS, Immaculate, Robot Dreams. Not sure what that one is. Madame Web, which is, another. Is that not a Marvel one? I believe it is. Um, Doom 2 is already out. Cabrini, Amelia, Land of. All right, I'm just reading them all. Mean Girls. That'll probably be a good one. Civil War obviously has been breaking records. Kung Fu Panda did decent. Bob Marley did okay. There's just a lot, man. But Fall Guy, there's some other big ones. Fall Guy, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Lisa Frankenstein, probably a weird one, but it's type of shit that your girl might like. You know what I mean? Book of Clarence, The Beekeeper. The Beekeeper already came out, right? Some of these I think have already been released. Turning Red, that was another cartoon. That'll be another one. Soul re-release, which I never even saw on Disney. So Disney is re-releasing some movies. They got some new movies coming out exclusive to theaters. They got Luca, they got Soul. These are ones that were on Disney Plus. Mufasa, that'll be a big one right there. Disney, they're exclusive. Transformers, Superman. There's another Superman coming. See, Fly to Me. There's a bunch, dude. I've gotten to the point where there's a Moana 2. There's a Venom. Moana 2 will be big. Spider-Man, Sonic the Hedgehog. All these names, like, I mean, come on, man. Like, all these, they're gonna be big. They're all the ones that even I'm excited about. Karate Kid, Red One, Gladiator 2, The Forge. I mean, I'm starting to run through them fast, and like every other one is a big one. So, well, then as soon as I say that, I see Maxine Slingshot, Blink Twice, Lee, Wolves, and Dee Dee. I don't never heard of none of those. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of I think Wells Fargo already said it. Movies are back. We've already known that, but you're looking into the future, 2024, 2025, 2026. Regardless of where this play goes, fundamentally, I can't see how this thing stays under 20, $30 a share. In my personal opinion, not financial advice. Jim Henson. I mean, I'm starting to read in my head and just seeing something I haven't even announced. But, anyways, buy GME. Lord Baca says, yeah, I am in GME. It is at a low price right now, but right now I'm very focused on my AMC shares. I have been buying a little bit back into some of my blue chip, my long term holds. Not heavy, but a few bucks here and there. Donald Young says, "Wish it would run," but yeah, I mean, honestly, we like I said, I'm speaking French now. Monsieur. I do think that we're not there yet. We've got some obstacles to cross. We've got some debt to pay down. They've got a lot of things they've got to get finished that they're in the process of finishing. It's not like something that, like I would say after 2022, we were looking like, oh, things were looking up, but there wasn't a lot to look forward to in the theaters. That's why it was good that they came up with the popcorn and other things to keep us sustained, the merchandise, us, the shareholders, that definitely helped them out. So, but with that being said, now their main business model is you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's not here now. Not everything's like boom, it's all together. But they're doing things. AMC is doing things. They're selling off theaters that aren't making money. They've invested in other businesses. Highcroft, one of them doing well. That I think in the long term is going to see a lot more potential than it is now. They've got more gold and whatever coming up. Also, the popcorn distribution of movies, credit cards, movies actually coming back. Big blockbuster movies exclusive to theaters. A lot of people say streaming killed movies, but streaming didn't kill movies. Streaming killed cable. Think about it. Like, you didn't stop going to the movies, but I guarantee you stopped paying cable. I stopped paying cable. I started streaming, but I kept going to the movies. Movies are just kind of like a thing that people do. It's just American classical thing to do. I don't know how. I'm not wording it right, but you know what I'm saying. This is something that you do. It's ingrained into our society. It's what we do, man. Movies, museums, certain things like that I just don't see ever going away. But GameStop is at a decent price. I do have some. I probably will buy some more at some point. Like I said, I'm not against GameStop. I'm not like comparing either. I think they're similar in some ways, but they've grown apart differently. I had said something a while back that kind of I guess I said it out of the wrong way because I said something about GME as a dying business model. I didn't mean to say that games were a dying business model. What I meant to say is like the retail store, but I did go to their website and notice they have digital things as well. So I don't think it is totally dead. Gotcha. Almost dropped the damn phone. It's like I got it rigged up right here. You know what I mean? That was a ladder attack on my phone. Battery is going fast. Anyways, this charger I got, I need a new charger, man. I'm putting all my money into AMC. This charger's like I got it bent in a certain way to hope it works. It charges slowly until it dies, and then it charges. So it's gonna die on us soon. We're at 5%, so hang tight. Short interest is crazy right now. What is it? 21.5. Let's check Vortex. I need to get to the point where I can show you what I'm looking at on my screen. 21.41, yep. Short interest is up there, man. That's crazy. I'm gonna log in. This computer I'm using, I don't normally use. I usually use my laptop or my phone. This is my store computer. So whoever comes and works, I'm like, Vortex, what's this? And then they're like, maybe I should FOMO in, yay! Alright, so I don't even know which one I got my Vortex on. That's the problem with having phones and shit, man. Everything's just programmed for you. When you have to actually type in passwords and stuff, it's like, password is incorrect. How could it be incorrect? I'm the one who made it. Shit. No, I don't know my password. Anyways, we got it here. Short interest is at 21.41. Have I ever seen any other stocks act this way? No. From watching, from my experience, I've got a few years in. I've never seen anything act the way this one does. That's another thing that kind of piques people's interest. Yeah, anything. Positive earnings, we go down. Any positive news, we go down. Any negative news, we go down. And then it just has this random pop. And I think when it has those random pops is when they're like, oh shit, we got to relieve some of this pressure. And then they got to twist it and turn it on us. Like, oh, well, it's going down because it's a trash stock, or Adam Aaron did this. See? I think they coincide it, in my personal opinion, not financial advice, not any advice, is my personal thoughts. I think they coincide it with that. I think they look at things and they see what's going on and then they drop it, and then influencers come out and say something, and then you can see people repeating it. You can see it. You can see the influencers say something, and then you can see their followers come through and just like comment the same shit. Some of them aren't paid to do it, which is sad. Some of them are paid to do it. But the ones that come down and just repeat the same shit that you just watched some YouTuber say, and you're like, is that really what you think? Or is that what you were told? I don't know, man. Do your own research. That's what I always say that. Do your own DD. Because whenever I haven't done my own DD and I FOMO'd into something, it was bad. And then I didn't have, when you do your own DD, you have no one to blame but yourself. But when you don't, you're going to be mad at someone like, God dang it, I shouldn't have listened to him. Like, what an idiot. So, and you're just deflecting your idiocy on someone else. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know about y'all, but anytime I go to Walmart and my where I live, I always walk out with AMC popcorn. My kids eating AMC popcorn constantly. They're just always munching on that shit. At this point, like if my 4-year-old daughter's like, "Do you got any more AMC popcorn?" She don't just ask for popcorn no more. So there we go. Anyway, I can't log into my Vortex. I should have brought my laptop, but I didn't. So here we are, looking at my slow ass 1987 Dell Edition computer. I'm surprised this thing even. It's like one of those ones you got to pull like a lawnmower. I have a computer in the back also that's actually newer than this one, but you type it in and like my kids will watch YouTube on it and they have to wait like 5 minutes. They've gotten patient, I'm teaching them patience. It's like 5 minutes for the video to load, like they're just sitting there staring at it. Brian says LMAO AMC is dead. Debt spiral. Okay. Well, that's your opinion, man. You can have that. But I will say, let's just delve into this debt spiral. Debt is being paid down, so that's true. That's an actual fact. Debt has been paid down. I want to say, what is it? Almost $1 billion since 2022. They've paid down debt. They've worked on restructuring the debt right now to push it back. And with the business model and all the extra businesses they started, debt will be continued to pay down. So there's that as well. Just a thought to rebuttal your thought. But who knows? You could be right, and I could be wrong. Or neither of us could be right. We could both be wrong. Mind blown. I'm in a debt spiral my damn self. Shit. Having all these damn kids got me in a debt spiral. I'm going to use that word from now on. I'm in a debt spiral today. My wife's going to ask me to go get her nails done. Don't you know I'm in a debt spiral? You got to say it with anger, with your fist. I'm on a debt spiral. Now I'm fired up. Shit. No, actually, before my wife comments and says something if she's watching, which unlikely, she don't like to hear me talk anyways. I don't know why she'd watch me talk on this, but she paid for her own nails. Okay, I don't pay for her nails. She's independent. Okay, she don't need a man to hold her down. But I will say this: I'm always the one that buys when we go out to eat. Why is that? Why is it the man's responsibility? I want someone to buy me a cheeseburger once in a while. Buy me some Olive Garden. Next question. Is Olive Garden to you a fancy restaurant? That'll tell me what level you're on. To me, it's pretty fancy, man. When I'm spending $100 on dinner, that's fancy shit. Brian, is it paid down $1 billion in debt with like 4.5 billion left? Look how many shares they created. The float has increased by 500% since 2021. So I'm not going to argue your things. I get what you're saying. I get it. You can have your opinion, but I'm not. I would say just go look stuff up on your own. Or I could do it for you since I'm by a computer. So yeah, debt has paid 900 million paid since 2022. No more accrued debt. And they have money on hand to last. So all those things show me they've paid debt down. Just in 2023, AMC has reduced its principal balance of its debt by 448.1 million. Just in 2023. They've got money on hand to sustain over a year. Debt is, this one here isn't a fact, but debt is being restructured. I believe it's a fact. Actually, I don't know. I can't say for sure. So I'm going to say it's not a fact because I don't have, but yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, they had, I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but the debt was up there. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's a surprise to anyone that's in this play. The debt was bad. That was the only short thesis, and that's why, hence the dilution. Hence, well, that's it. Hence the dilution. I wanted to hence another one, but I don't know what you're looking at, man. Brian says, actually, it's over 600% since 2021. But in 2023, that's what I'm talking about. Principal balance debt is down 448.1 million. I don't know, man. We're looking at something different, I guess. All right, let's take a peeky. Can I reverse my screen? Boom, boom, boom. In 2023, AMC reduced the principal balance of its debt by 4. Anyways, there's that. There's other things, though. I mean, regardless of debt and any of that, I think that that's the reason there is dilution right now, to keep paying debt down, to reduce debt. They're doing many things to reduce debt. So you got to look at the future as well, not the past, in my opinion, for this play. So regardless, things are looking good, in my opinion. I have no, I don't know, I can't see that. I can't see any negativity in that. So, all right, let's get back over here. Ooh, I got an online order. It's been dead in the shop. Um, and I know my store, I know Wednesdays are like, I don't even know why I come in on a Wednesday. So I do a lot of like online, as far as like eBay and stuff like that. I I've done like these things where back in the day I used to go to like thrift stores and buy stuff and flip them, and I hadn't done it for a while. The other day I went to the freaking thrift store. My mother-in-law wanted to go. I grabbed a hat, and the hat cost me like $2. I knew it was a vintage hat, but it was in pretty decent shape. I put it on eBay at Vid, and it sold for $350 for a used beat up hat. I'm like, holy shit! So here we go, back into another hustle. Cards and comics and Magic the Gathering cards and stuff like that I've been selling on there. It's crazy what some of those things sell for. But also eBay be taking some percentage, man. It's like by the time it's all said and done, they're taking like 20% of what you sell. Yeah, you can purchase jerseys online. You'd have to tell me what you want, and if I have it on hand, then I can post it on the website. So there is like I don't have many jerseys. I kind of started not carrying jerseys like I used to, just because so many people get traded and then you're stuck. Like I have all these Elliott jerseys, and I'm just like, man, I'm selling them for like 20-30 bucks just to get rid of them. I wound up paying like 70-80 for them my damn self. So jerseys aren't a huge money maker for me because they cost so much, and then the return on them so small that I'm just like, it's just more for Christmas or for show. Hats, stuff like that, I do better on. Yeah, that Diggs jersey. This one, I'll say this: Diggs, I sell out of. This Thomas and this damn Tua. I've had these two jerseys longer than anything, man. I've sold out other jerseys and restocked them. Man. Anyway, now we talking. We're getting sidetracked again. Oh, we good, man. Let me shout out your team. Who's your team? Well, let me hear your NFL teams. Let's see them. I don't want to talk about mine. I'm putting Brian in my dark pool. I'll release him later. Eagles. Oh yeah, we already know the Philly teams. Eagles. Yeah, no wonder you don't want to see this back here, man. I don't even have an Eagles jersey to put back there. Man, that's disrespectful. I'm sorry, man. Shit. Let me just do the rest of my video like this for you, dog. Raiders. The Raiders. That's a lot of my family's team, man. Las Vegas Raiders. I got a lot of family in Vegas. Raiders, where I live, huge team. Raiders or Green Bay Packers. Got that Charles Woodson. Both. I actually had a Charles Woodson jersey that was like split in half, green and black. It was a custom one that I think Mitchell and S came out for a while. I only had a couple of them, but in Rust we trust. There we go. I like the name. Steelers, no Steelers. I'm telling you right now, man. It's most of my shit I have is hats. Jerseys are just kind of like a space filler or something to kind of just to have on hand. Christmas time I order more, but I will say this. So for me in my store, jerseys are like. I think people always like come in and say they want one. Like in online, I can sell them a lot easier. But when they come in, they're like, "Oh yeah, I want that jersey." But when they see that $130 price tag, and I'm a smaller business, so I don't have many like ways, especially Nike stuff like that. I can't work their prices. What they come priced is as is. You know what I mean? Now, if someone gets traded or I've had the jersey for like a year or two, then I'm starting to like, okay, then I'll start flipping it. But they have all sorts of restrictions. The type of business I do. Vancouver Grizzlies hats. I had some throwbacks. So we're in my region where I'm at, it's a lot of NFL. a lot of baseball, and I just put in a bunch of orders. So I'm probably about a week, 2 weeks out before I start getting a bunch of orders in. But I can pretty much order and get anything in the store. So I'll note some of these things you guys are asking about, and I'll stock some. I do know like the Vancouver Grizzlies, Memphis throwbacks and stuff like that. Those do well when I get them, but they don't last long in the warehouse either because they're so like people are so after them. There's certain things like spring training baseball hats. If I don't get them in the beginning, then that's it. You know, and they're gone. I'll show you the shop. I can show you a little bit. See what we got going on here. My battery is low, like I said, so we're gonna have to fucking run. All right, you want to see the shop? Let's go. There's the shop. That's all the battery I got left. All right, man. So we used to be located in these little buildings right here. I don't know if you can see that. We moved over here because we bought this building out. And once I'm done paying the building off, I'll probably move again and then rent this out. But we got little random stuff. You know, we go through stuff like this. Kind of random knickknacks. These do well. That Eagles cup right there. I don't know if you can see that. Am I showing it right? Anyway, stuff like this. Got all sorts of random stuff. This is where my AMC shares come into play. I didn't buy none there. Got some apparel on this side. Hats. I do got a lot more hats coming in. We kind of do cleats, seasonal, stuff like that. Shoes I'm getting out of. I used to carry a lot more shoes, but shoes I'm kind of a dying breed for me. They don't make me no money, so I lightly order them. But you got, I don't know how long I'm doing. Check out this thing. You know, what am I doing? I could reverse it. What am I doing? I can see what we're looking at here. Thank you. Yeah, so I mean, right here was where that Vancouver Grizzlies throwback was at. I literally just sold that the other day. Memphis. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, once I get the online store up and running totally, I'll let y'all know. It is hatandsoul.com, but a lot of the inventory is just jacked up on it. But you can message me on there, and I can let you know what I have or whatnot. So that baby blue Phillies, dad hat. See, this type of shit drives me crazy when I got openings like that. I'm like single. We're really very low on stock compared to what we normally are. I usually have quite a bit more, but we had some issues with our distribution center, so we were like 2 weeks out. I'm starting to see stuff come in every day as we speak. I see UPS guy about ready to drop something off to me, so when we get some stuff up here, this is a discount spot, but it usually runs out pretty fast. But yeah, man, things separated by team. We got apparel, stuff like that. So what's up, man? Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, yes, sir. You too. But that's kind of what we're looking at here. This wall used to be full jerseys. So the store I was in before had a really high wall, and we used to carry a lot more jerseys. There was more space. This is actually a bigger store, but there was more space. So I'm actually looking at knocking a wall down back there. It's just going to take some construction. During the pandemic, my wife came up with the idea to sell vinyl since people were doing their own shirts, and that's actually kind of sustained a lot during. I need to come reorganize this. She'll kill me. But yeah, we sell that type of stuff too. So people that do their own projects, shit like that. Yeah, man, that's the shop. This is more of that stuff. A little embroidery machine we still haven't learned how to work. So you get an idea of what we're working with here, man. That's it. Yep, we do a little bit of anything, man. So, but yeah, ever since, the pandemic, we have Mahomes autograph, Elway autograph, Deion Sanders auto that just sold. We do little graduation signs as well. One just came in. I need to see how it came out because I didn't. Now that you're here with me, I'm gonna get to see it with me. I'm nothing to open it up with. Daughter stole my scissors. But yeah, we do little stuff like that too. Signs. I do signs for construction companies and stuff like that as well. We're all over the place, man. when you're a small business owner and you just find ways to make money, you know? So this is something. So we got FedEx coming up next. See them? The Mahomes, I want to say, is like 5, but I'm waiting for the frame to come in on it. What's up, man?
Hello.
Add it to the there. All right, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, have a good one.
Yeah, you too. So that one, I'm all zoomed in. This is the one I'd rather look at. See where it has. Shit, man. Let me set up here real quick. Now y'all going through the day to day with me real quick. But I got to see this little graduation sign. I'll show you. We do these things. We do banners. We do signs. So you know anyone needs a banner? Look at me. I was just talking about I don't sell stuff on this YouTube. I broke easily, man. I was like, what? You want to buy something? Check this out. I need more shares. I got any more of them shares? I was weak. Nah, I'm not trying to sell you. I'm just trying to look at what I got because I gotta make sure the product is right. You know what I'm saying? And instead of shutting y'all off, make y'all open with me. This dude said not to listen to people about AMC. He says, stop listening to idiots on Twitter, Reddit. AMC is dead. Good luck, though. Be careful. Yes, you too, man. Good luck. Be careful. And let's just hope you're not right for our sake. But I will say, anyone's entitled to their opinion. It doesn't really I don't get pissed off about it or anything when people talk shit. Or maybe he's not talking shit. Maybe he just really is concerned about our money. And he's like, please. Okay, got a little H bracket goes down in the ground. This is a reveal. I'm about to reveal my own damn self. I should probably not. Maybe they don't want this kid's information out there like that. But yeah, we do graduation signs. You know what I mean? So we do stuff like that. They ordered 4 of those. So they can put them in their yard and probably, when he's graduating, embarrass him and shit. Whatever they want to do with them. But I do those for construction companies as well. Banners, all that crazy shit, man. But thoughts on AMC? It's the same. I think I've covered it a few times. Sorry to show you my big back, the hump back right there. Ain't nothing make you want to lose weight more than when you watch your videos back. Well, damn. Probably shouldn't bend over on YouTube Live. Wonder why they're deleting my videos. Oh yeah. Kids hats. Little baseball season coming up. They always stock these bad boys up with the same hat. Anyways, that's that. Anyways, yeah, I gotta go. My girl's taking her car to the shop to get some new tires, so I gotta go scoop her up real quick. I can take y'all with me if you want. I got my daughter here too. She's chilling in the back. This is a day in the life, man. Business owner. I got a sign on deck ready to go, man. Actually, the time works out too, so. What are we sitting at AMC? What's the share price right now? Show me that you really AMC. Show your portfolio. I won't. I mustn't show my portfolio. 295. Yeah, I think that I don't think it'll get to that. I mean, we could bounce back up to that 3 range. I'm at 1% battery, so if it dies out, I'll jump back in a little bit. But I have to get ready to go, put a sign up. Like I said, go scoop wifey up at the tire shop. If you want to see my portfolio, obviously you don't know my page very well, so just go check my freaking page. Go look at my community page. I have 3 brokers I don't share, just because 1, I can't screenshot, the other 2 I don't want to. But other than that, you can go check it out if you really want to check it. All right, man. I'm going to dip out for a little bit. You guys have a good day. Be blessed. Let's get rich soon. Ignore the shills. Ignore the FUD. Enjoy that you have breath in your lungs for another day, man. Is that inspiring? That sound inspiring and shit? How many shares you want, little boy? Oh, damn. I got to be thank you for calling me little, man. I've been trying to lose weight. Motherfuckers be talking shit, man. Damn. That hurt. That hurt me. I don't know. I told you go look, man. I haven't counted them. I don't count them every day. I'm not like. So, anyways. All right, man. Y'all have a good day. Be blessed. Peace.